All right. Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Boykin. I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family's Entrepreneurship Academy. All right. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I pretty much lost millions of dollars, man. I lost a lot of money immediately, but the future earning potential, man, was a lot. All right. But I'm also going to talk to you about the ways that you guys can avoid that and the things that you need to do to get onto the road of success and financial freedom. For those of you that don't know, I made $100,000 this week. All right. I showed a $40,000 check that I got for a down payment on one of my properties. And that is just one stream of income. All right. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how you can transform into doing that and, getting that freedom that you've always wanted in life, man, and changing and taking control of your life. All right. So if you guys are new to my channel, if you feel I bring you some value, consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that like button. All right. I'm about to give you the game right now.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. Hustle to the end. We some no-quitters. Knock it out the park. We for show hitters. Right, left hemisphere. That's a dome splitter. Yeah. We control our own destiny. Make moves. Cultivate whole legacy. Creative finance. Bring more ecstasy. The right ingredients. Now that's a dope recipe.
All right. What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining me. For those of you that are watching, if you guys have any questions, just post them in the comments and I will answer your questions on the second half of tonight's show. But we're going to be talking about how I lost millions of dollars. Oh, Tamara, hey, I see you. Thank you for posting and coming in from Florida. So guys, when you post a question, put where you're from. All right. I'm just a small town guy from Iowa, and I love to know where people are from that are catching me, man, watching my YouTube or watching me on Facebook. We are airing in a few different places. All right. Facebook and then on YouTube and then in some private groups that I have as well. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. All right. Thanks, Tamara and Larry from Florida. You guys are going to get some game tonight. And this channel, what this channel is about, my mission is to give you guys the actionable knowledge that you need to become true entrepreneurs and stop selling your time for money to survive, man, to survive. I was at the gas station. It was a couple of weeks ago, right? And I filled up. I only drive an Explorer because I don't my microphone that unplugged there. I don't need the flashy jewelry and things like that, things to show off in order to feel like I've had success. All right. So I drive a 2015 Ford Explorer and I'm at the gas station, and this was when gas prices were at their height, man. And I was on E, my light was on. So I go ahead and I fill up, I fill up the gas tank and I put premium in there. And it came to a little bit over $100, which, I was like, damn, right? But this is the thing. I didn't even notice. I noticed that when a guy that was next to me was like, oh my God, that's a lot. And I look and I'm like, yeah, I guess that's a lot. He's like, yeah, that's a lot for an Explorer, man. I couldn't imagine having to pay that much. And this was the thought that crossed my mind when he said that, when that occurred, right? The thought was, this guy, he has a job. He has a job and he has to sell his time for a gas tank. So it was $109, man. And that $109, I mean, if you get paid 20 bucks an hour, that's 5.5 hours of work for that one tank of gas, one tank of gas. And we are not supposed to be living our lives that way, man. We're not. But this is the thing too. I try to get better every day, man, every day in life, even if it's just a little bit, then I know I accomplished something. So I listen to a lot of different people that have had success because I try to learn from observation and emulate other people's success, and we get that we have that creative intelligence where things that we've learned along the way and then our own experiences, we take those things and we put them together and then we create something of our Infinite intelligence, sorry guys, is when infinite intelligence is when you create something that has never been created before, like an Uber, like Airbnb. That's infinite intelligence. Somebody came up with that. Nobody had ever thought of it before. But what I want you to understand is, in life, guys, things, they happen for us. All right, they don't happen to us. And that is the switch that we have to make if we truly want freedom, man. Because I don't believe that it's financial freedom that everybody wants, right? I believe that it's freedom that people truly want, and financial freedom is just a tool to get us, to help us get freedom. Because this is the difference, right? When you're poor versus rich, all right? Poor versus rich. Um, when you have money and your car breaks down, or sorry guys, I bumped my damn microphone. I got to work on this thing. Anyway, when you have money and something happens, right? Something happens. It's an annoyance to deal with that problem. It's just an annoyance. But when you're poor and you don't have money and something happens, like your car breaks down or you have a medical emergency or something like that, then it's a huge problem, man. And you have to like uproot your life to get over these little problems. But I submit to you guys that if you can make the switch from thinking of things happening to you, that's how I lost a ton of money, right? But when I made that switch, that is how I went from, on the road to going broke to on the road to riches, man. And some people would consider me, rich now, I guess. I don't, but hey, I'm still growing every day. I just made $100,000 this week. All right. $100,000. Half 40,000 of that was in real estate. And then the other 60,000 was through other streams of income. Online businesses, man. Side hustles are the way to go. And there's some side hustles out there that people don't know about, that can make you money where you don't have to sell your time. You don't have to sell your time, and you don't have to invest a lot of money either. Now you can invest a lot of money to grow that into something, huge, but initially you don't have to. The internet and social media is the new way, right? So listen guys, I don't know, most of you guys know this or not, right? But I was in the feds, man. I did fed time from 2012 to 2018, right? I'm a refugee of the war on drugs, refugee of the war on drugs. I went to the feds for marijuana, and it is illegal in most places right now you're right at this point. But the thing was, at the time, when it first started, it was like it was happening to me. Man, life was over. I was thinking, why me? What did I do? I thought I was a good person. I went through all these things in life, man, just like all of us do, right? Nobody's situation is harder than the next person's, because my situation, it was extraordinarily difficult for me, right? Just like your situation was extraordinarily difficult for you, you know? So, so that said, none of our situations are harder than the next person's. All right. But man, I felt like life was over for me. But then when I was at my lowest point, man, I realized that God gives us these difficult times as a gift. And then from there, things changed. Everything changed for me from there. So I go to prison, I get out, and I have a plan at that point. I have a plan. I have a plan to get into real estate, and to have financial freedom. But I've got to start off, man. I lost everything when I went to prison. I lost everything, man. I lost a lot too, man. Not just money wise and material wise, right? I lost people's trust. There was people that wanted to see me fall because I was, halfway doing all right before I went. So, I had that, right? I had that negative energy. So when I came back out, people, oh, he's going to be doing the same thing. And, there's just all that bullshit, man. And none of that stuff matters, right? But I hit the ground running. I hit the ground running. And it was crazy, because, I'm on this positive path because I had changed. My mindset had changed. I finally had peace of mind. I had an undefeated mind, and I still have that. But what I want to compare this to is, there's a story, right, of a bamboo tree. All right. Bamboo is some of the strongest material in the world, right? Wood. But a bamboo tree, when that seed is planted, it actually grows its roots without ever breaking the ground for 5 years. For 5 years without ever breaking the ground, but it needs water, it needs food, it needs attention, it has to be cultivated, and you never see it. You never see the results of that bamboo tree until that fifth year. And then on that fifth year, when that seed finally breaks, the sprouts and comes out of the ground, breaks dirt, in 90 days, or I'm sorry, yeah, in 90 days, that thing grows 90 feet. 90 days, it grows 90 feet. But for 5 years, nobody saw that it was growing downwards, growing its roots, going through dirt, rocks, breaking sticks, going through other roots. And what I compare that to is adversity. It's adversity that we go through in life. All right. So as you're going down, man, putting those roots down, it's going through that dirt, which is hard enough. And nobody sees behind closed doors the hard work and dedication that we put in. Right. And I put myself out there, man. I was putting in that hard work, and there was a situation in my city where the police didn't have body cameras, right? They did not have body cameras. So, there was an opportunity where we could kind of put the press on city council and the police department. And I took the lead on that. There's a video on YouTube of me in front of city council, man, doing my thing. And they ended up getting body cameras. But the thing was, I was still on federal supervised release after they let you out. And I had to take UAs, right? Drug tests, and I'm passing them, man, passing them. That wasn't an issue. So they got less and less. So it got to the point where I had to take one every other month. And I still remember it because it was June, and I took one. I had to call a phone number every day. All right. And I went and I took one and I passed it. Boom. And then it was the end of June, it was about June 20th. And then July 5th or July 6th, I went in front of city council about the body cameras, and they ended up getting body cameras. We put the press on them. I knew there was going to be backlash from it, man, because I put myself out there, but I felt that I had to put myself out there to redeem some of the respect that I felt that I, should have. Right. So I put myself out there, and my probation officer calls me, man. He calls me, and he's like, so why'd you miss your UA? And I was like, well, because I don't have to take one until August. So I just didn't even call the number. And he's like, oh, you're lucky you said that, or you'd be going to jail right now. And I'm like, what? He's like, so you need to go down there and take one. And I'm working at the time. I'm at my job, man, and my job sucked. So I go down there and take it. I pass it, man. It wasn't even an issue. I get a letter about a week later, man. This is why I say that things happen for us and not to us, because when we are about to break through, right? When we're about to break through, things actually get harder. They actually get harder, man. So I get a letter about a week later. They're violating me. He's going to give me a violation. For what? For missing a UA? I'm like, oh my God, this has to be them trying to get some redemption out of me, man, for forcing them to do the right thing, and to protect themselves. You know what I mean? So I go in front of the judge. Don't you know my probation officer want to give me 14 months? 14 months for missing a UA, man. And this is all documented. And the crazy part is again, I went in front of city council. I'm doing all these great things in the community. I had the GoGetter Family. Man. Oh no, I didn't have the GoGetter Family at that point. The GoGetter Family came after. So it was crazy because in life, man, like my mom died when I was 13, man. She drank herself to death. I had to watch her in a coma, you know what I mean? And then my dad died when I was 23 years old, and he died on Father's Day. And he died at a job site accident. He fell from a man lift. He worked construction my entire life, selling his time so that we could survive. Selling his time so that we could survive, man. And he died doing that, making peanuts. Peanuts. And I still remember, right? Because this used to happen to me when I was working in landscaping. I was working in sun all day, man. I'm sweating. I got grass all over me. And I'd come home, and my daughter would be happy to see me. Dad, Dad, she want to get on me right away. And I'd be like, man, just let me like take my shoes off at least, or take a shower, get myself together. And I remember when I was young, man, my dad used to do that same thing, and we would be so happy when he came home, right? We would be so happy when my dad got home from work, and he used to come home, man. He worked concrete and construction. He was a concrete finisher. So if you patted his pant leg, man, there was dust just come up. And he used to be the same way though. When he'd come in, we'd be on him, man. I remember hanging on my dad's leg, all that. And he'd like, man, let me take my boots off, almost like snapping at us. And that's what a job does. That's what selling your time does, because you go and you give this energy to this place, to this thing that you don't want to give it to. It's taking a piece of your life, man. But you have to do it because you got to survive. So I'm definitely not knocking, because I did it, man. I did it. I'll never do it again. I will never do it again, but I did it. And it sucks because that drips over into things that it shouldn't drip into. Just like when my dad used to come home from work, and we'd be so happy to see him. And we run up on him, man, and it was like we were annoying him. And I caught myself doing the very same thing, man, when I was working in landscaping. And I try to be conscious of those things. Um, and for those of you guys that are just popping on, guys, my name is Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family Entrepreneurship Academy. I teach people how to invest in real estate by becoming the bank. I just bought a house, got it under contract on Friday, and I didn't spend any money out of my own pocket. On Thursday, I got a $40,000 down payment for a house. And that was huge. I had spoke that into existence. I didn't pay anything out of my own pocket for that house either. So I posted that check too. So I'm talking to you guys tonight about a $1 million mistake that I almost made. All right. So, and what you guys can do to get on the path of financial freedom that I'm on. All right. Made that $100,000 this week. It's one of my biggest weeks, man. So anyway, man, so that job, you know what I mean? That job. Um, so I missed that UA. I got sentenced to 4 months in prison, right? And this was the thing. Now I finally had my daughter, so I lived this on this earth a very long time without knowing what it was like to have somebody that loved me unconditionally, because both my parents had passed away, my grandmother had passed away. All my siblings were like half siblings, you know what I mean? So I just didn't have, I just didn't have that, man. And it sucked, right? I felt like that stuff was happening to me, not for me. So now I got to go do this 4 months, man, for nothing too. Like I didn't even do nothing, man. Like what the fuck, dude? It was nuts. But I told myself like something good is going to come from this. This is not happening to me. This is happening for me. But that doesn't mean, guys, that it wasn't hard, man. Like the feelings that I was going through, man. I had feelings of despair. You know what I mean? Just like, damn, I was just coming up, man. I was just doing my thing. I was just picking myself back up, and this happened. Like, damn, man, damn. Anxiety, fear, I was going to go back in there for 4 months. Shame, man. Like I know there's going to be people out there saying that, oh, they knew this and they knew that and they knew I'd do this and that again. And so there was those thoughts, so it was not easy, man. And then there was worry, my family. I was going to be gone for 4 months. Luckily I had enough money saved up so that we could pay our mortgage and take care of other expenses, and their quality of life wouldn't drop off. But I was going to miss that 4 months of my daughter, man, being with my daughter, being able to see her, hold her, kiss her, hug her, put her in bed at night, man. And I knew that that was going to be the worst pain that I had ever felt in my entire life. Worst pain that I had ever felt in my entire life. And the thing that I wanted, right, was what I really wanted was enough money not to have to worry. And I know that's what a lot of you guys want, because that's definitely what I wanted, man, because money, again, it makes life a little bit easier, right? It's not the end all be all. And money is a side effect of what we do and the value that we bring to the marketplace, guys. And everybody has the opportunity to bring something to the marketplace, bring some value to the marketplace. But that's what I wanted, enough money not to worry. But what I really wanted, though, was I wanted control of my life. I don't want these people to be able to dictate what I did, what I didn't do, the job that I had to have, pay stubs that I had to show them. I wanted control of my life, and I wanted to show my daughter that she could be in control of her life, that she did not have to go through life working a 9 to 5 job, selling her time, selling 1/3 of her life. If you work 8 hours a day, guys, for 30 years, 40 years, you have just sold 1/3 of your life. And it doesn't have to be that way. Life is not meant to be that way, you know. So that's what I wanted, man. I wanted control. I wanted to own my own time. Right. Um, and the things that I was trying to do was, when I came out, I was working in landscaping. I do not have any marketable skills. I have my associate's degree. All right, in general studies at that. I'm not a realtor or anything. That's why, like the real estate that we do, you don't have to be certified, you don't have to be a realtor license, any of that stuff. But I didn't have any marketable skills, so I started working in landscaping, and I was making 12 bucks an hour. 12 bucks an hour, but I knew that I had to take my responsibilities very seriously, which I do. And I just had bills to pay. I had to survive. I had to get back on my feet. Also, I had a plan though. To get into real estate, I had wrote a 58-page step-by-step plan on how to invest the traditional way, borrowing money from banks, borrowing money from hard money lenders. So I got a partner, right? He's a doctor, so we just knew that the banks were going to give him money. That wouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean? He's a doctor. He makes a ton of money. But it didn't work out that way. It did not work out that way because we only did 3 fix and flips in 3 years. So I was pretty much working for less than minimum wage. And it had the opposite effect of what I wanted it to do. I was spending more time away from my family because I'm out here searching for these deals, trying to make it happen. And then I'm spending money that I already didn't have. Because yeah, I had my partner as an investor, but I still had gas money, man, and other little ancillary expenses. And those ancillary expenses, that was a lot for me. That was a lot for me at the time, right? So, excuse me. So it's having the opposite effect, man. And I worked my way all the way up in that landscaping company, man, to running it, making 25 bucks an hour. Kept that place alive when my boss, the owner, went out with a medical emergency and everything, and he still screwed me over. Still screwed me over because that's what these jobs do, man. They don't care about us. They don't give a damn about us, man. If we died today, they would have us replaced tomorrow. Tomorrow. And if you got a cousin that works at that same job, they might not let them go to your funeral. They might not because you're not directly related. It's not a brother or sister, mother or father's relationship. So they might say, "Hey, if you go to your cousin's funeral, you're going to get some points against you, and it looks like your points are already a little bit high, so you might get fired." What the what, man? I'm not doing that anymore. We don't have to do that. We do not have to do that, guys. There's a better way. The internet and social media, it has given us access, man, to information that was long buried away, and time and geography is no longer an issue anymore because we can reach across the world sitting in our homes. We can talk to anybody from anywhere, anytime. We've got to overcome these fears and these things that have been programmed into us, man. School prepares us to work. TV, guys, television. It stands for tell-a-vision. They can tell you what you see. They can control you. Think about that. Think about it, man. So, anyway, the thing was, I had responsibilities. I didn't have money, but I had that go-getter in me, hence the go-getter family. But I kept pushing, man. I got out of that traditional way. My partner said to me one day, "Why can't I just take over somebody's mortgage? I can afford to pay that." And I'm like, "Man, you can't do that." That was a problem. I had never heard of it. But we lost a deal. I ended up getting fired, man. And I'm feeling down and out. Like I'm feeling scared at that point. Super scared because I had a choice to make right in that moment, right? I told you guys I didn't have any marketable skills. So if I did go get another job, it would have been a menial position starting at 12 bucks an hour again. And that would have been catastrophic for me and my family, man, because I had made it up to 25 an hour. So now we're living a different life. You know what I mean? But I could have made the choice to go 100% into real estate investing. The thing with that was if I failed at that, that would have been catastrophic for me and my family too. So I'm like a crossroads, man, because if I fail at either of these things, or if I either direction that I go is a high risk direction. But it's important to understand, guys, that we take a high risk every single day, whether we own a business or we work a 9 to 5 job. We are taking a high risk. So why not take a high risk on ourselves and better ourselves? You know what I mean? So anyway, my partner says that, and I didn't know that you could do it. So I'm like, oh, you can't do that. I wrote this plan, this, that. But we lose a deal. I get fired. I said, you know what? I'm betting on myself. So I dive into investing. I get on YouTube University, start researching that because his words rang back in my head, and I found the keys to the kingdom with the investing strategy that I use, subject to and creative financing. Right. So, I go through that whole process. I'm researching, man, and I end up getting some houses. I got my first one just last April of 2021. And in the first 90 days, I was able to get 4 houses, and I did 5 transactions. Now, this is where it all changed for me, though. This is where it all changed for me. I actually reached out to my mentor, Chris Haskins. That's where I found discovered this strategy was through Chris Haskins on YouTube University of all places. And I reached out to him and I let him know that I had gotten a deal. And I got it subject to, I got it by becoming the bank. So he asked me, he's like, hey, do you want to do an interview on my YouTube channel? And I'm like, what? Hell yeah, let's go, man. Like, I'm a small town dude from Iowa. So, guys, don't forget, if you put comments in with any questions, put where you're from for your boy, man. I'm from small town in Iowa. I want to know, the big wide world out there. So he asked me, he's like, you want to do an interview? I'm like, you know what? Absolutely, I'll do an interview, man. He had like 70,000 subscribers at the time. So I go on there, I do an interview, and the crazy thing is, I'm doing this interview and I'm just being, man, real, being raw, telling my story, and I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not holding back. So I remember I was telling the story of, because guys, we have when we jump out and bet on ourselves and do things that will make us happy and take a risk on ourselves, we have naysayers, man. We have people that discourage us. And the problem with that is the people that discourage us it's usually the people who are closest to us that discourage us from getting to our dreams. Because think about it. When you tell a person your goals, your aspirations, right, the things you want to achieve, you are usually telling that person because you want them to encourage you, to tell you, yeah, you can do it. You're smart enough to do that. I know you can do it. You got the gift of this. You do this well, whatever it is. But a lot of times that's not what happens. So we tell people that we care about and we think care about us. But that's usually not what happens, man. Usually they discourage us. They tell us, well, don't you got that good job? Aren't you getting making a lot of money every 2 weeks? Why would you want to leave that? Oh, are you sure you want to do real estate? That's risky. Are you sure you want to be an online coach? There's a lot of those, right? And you're like, man, I told you because I wanted encouragement, not discouragement. So I remember I told this story on my mentor because Chris Haskins is now one of my mentors. I worked my way up to him, and he's one of the big dogs, man. I'm becoming one of the big dogs. Anyway, some people think I am a big dog. So anyway, though, I tell the story about my sisters, man, and unfortunately, man, I don't even rock with them anymore. You know what I mean? But those were some of the people that I had to leave behind so that I could ascend. I had to cut those ties, man, that were tying me down. I cut them, and it was painful too, man. That's the thing. When we do this and we bet on ourselves and we go for what we know is going to make us happy, all right? Because if we make that mistake of taking that wrong fork in the road, um, man, it costs you everything, everything. So, um, long story short, man, I tell the story about my sisters. I remember telling them, hey, we were talking one night, and I said, yeah, when I do get married, right? Because I'm not married right now. I got a family. I'm gonna get married under God. But I said, when I do get married, I'm gonna have a destination wedding, and I'm gonna fly my guests out, and I'm gonna pay for their accommodations. And don't you know, they laughed at me. They weren't laughing with me. They were laughing at me. And my fiance was sitting next to me at the time. And I looked over and I whispered in her ear and I said, I want you to remember this moment right now. Remember this moment. And guys, I have not had the destination wedding yet, right? But I just got back from Mexico with my entire family. Took my entire family to Mexico for a week. And then I just made $100,000 this week. So the destination wedding is on the way. But the people that I love, man, wanted to encourage me, me, laughed at my dreams, brushed my dreams off. And that was the moment. That was the moment right there that I said, you know what? It's over with. It's over. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to deal with the pain and the hurt this last time because I am not going to leave myself open and susceptible to heartbreak anymore. Because that's what happens when we care about a person and we expect something out of a person, expect a reaction, expect them to treat us a certain way, expect them to invite us to gatherings and functions, and expect this and expect when they don't do that thing, we are heartbroken because we had that expectation. Think about it. We're heartbroken because we had that expectation. And I said to myself, no more. I will not be heartbroken again. So I'm done. And I cut those ties, man. And I have not looked back since. And it hurt. It hurt a lot. Man, it hurt. But shortly thereafter, man, after I did that interview on my mentor's channel, man, people started reaching out to me. They wanted me to coach them. They wanted to buy my contracts because these contracts are hard to come by. So I was like, man, this could be something. And plus, I've got to get this knowledge out to people because it was so hard for me to find that they don't want us to have it. So it's my responsibility to get this out to the people. You know what I mean? So that's when I started the Go-Getter Family. That's how we started. And I started making these videos and I started putting myself out there. And if you guys go back and look at my old videos, they do not look like this. They do not like, that, the lighting, all that stuff. They didn't have that stuff. I'll tell you that now. It didn't look anything like that. Nothing like it. Dude, I sent you the Mario, I sent you the link, man, in Messenger. I sent it in Messenger, man. It's in your Messenger. Anyway, my bad, guys. Anyway, it didn't look anything like this, man. I just jumped out there. I didn't know anything about this, right? I just knew that people listened to what I had to say. People took my advice, and I was given advice based off of life experience because I had been through a lot, man. I had been in the ups and downs. I had a lot, and then I lost everything. And then I picked myself back up and built myself back up, and then I lost it again. And then I picked myself back up again and I went out and I got it. So people listen to the things that I had to say, man. So I'm making these videos, right? But I just didn't have the know-how or the knowledge to do it. So, but at this point, I'm buying houses. I owned 4 houses and I did 5 transactions. So I go from paying rent to being paid rent. Somebody is paying me now monthly to live in my houses. So I'm living a whole new life, man. I got some money in my bank, all of that stuff. But people were reaching out to me to want to learn what I taught, right? The 7 steps to becoming the bank, but I didn't have the 7 steps at that point. I was just teaching the knowledge out of my head because I had achieved the results. And that's what happens, guys, with a lot of these online coaches now. They may have achieved the results, or they may have read the results and think they can teach others, which is just works my nerves. That is a pet peeve of mine, man. But that's what's happening a lot out there, right? And some of these people are where I was. I had achieved the results, but I had the knowledge in my head. And when I would try to teach it to others, they would look at me like a deer in headlights. When I would try to explain it to others, look at me like a deer in headlights because I didn't know how to get that knowledge out of my head and into a step-by-step process. I just did not have the know-how, but I was still trying. Now, the thing is it could have taken me forever, man, to get that down. It could have taken me years, and then that opportunity would have passed me by. And that's what happens with a lot of us because of this. Because of this. Because we have to invest in ourselves, guys. Money, disposable income, money replenishes itself, right? We get paid every 2 weeks, or every week or every month, whatever, man, or on a deal, whatever it is, it replenishes itself. But time does not replenish itself. Once that time is gone, it is gone, and we will never get it back. Never. And that's where a lot of us make a mistake because when we have this disposable income, we'll go out and we'll go to the movies. We'll buy ice cream. We'll buy some new shoes, man, a new outfit on these instant pleasures, right? That are meaningless. We try to breathe life into things that have no life. cars, clothes, purses, shoes. We put more value in those things than we do in ourselves, because that disposable income that we can replenish, we should be taking that and investing that in ourselves. And I had made that switch. So this is what happened. It was crazy because I had some money. I had bought 4 houses. I did 5 transactions. So I went from broke to having some money, right? So I'm making these videos, and my next mentor reaches out to me in Instagram in my DMs, and the way he did it was smooth. So after a few messages, I knew what he was doing, but it was so smooth, I was intrigued. So he was really trying to sell me a service, right? But it was a coaching service, an online coaching service, teaching me how to be a better online coach and how to get my system together. So I had a meeting with him, and they lay everything out, man, and then they tell me the cost of the program. The cost of the program. It was $15,000. Cost of the program, 15 grand. Now, this is the thing. This is where I could have lost millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. But instead, I went from being on the road. It would have been a relatively fast road, maybe, because I knew how to invest, right? But or I could have been on the road to being broke or to being rich. But I had to bet on myself again. So the knowledge that he was, the program that he was putting out there, I had to have it. I was like, I got to have this. But I don't have the 15,000. I don't have the 15,000. I didn't have it. I didn't. Because I was just getting out of debt, man, getting out of a hole when I started buying these houses using this strategy. So also though, people are seeing me buy these houses now, right? They're seeing it. I wasn't saying it anymore. They're actually seeing it. And there's people that were trying to get close to me, man. People calling me to go golfing, business owners, things like that. So there were a couple of them that I was kicking it with, man, because they were cool, right? But and I little did I know they were kicking it with me for the wrong reasons. So I tell my fiance about this program, and she's like, "What?" She's like, and she had that mindset I was just talking about. She's like, "You're not even going to get anything." And I'm like, "Babe, I'm about to get this knowledge. This knowledge will pay me forever." And then, and don't you have any faith in me? Haven't you already seen what I've done with the real estate? Like, don't you believe in me? And so I had that discouragement there, even, right? But I knew what I was going to do with the information. So this is what I did. I overcame my fears, and I was like, I'm going for it, man. So I maxed out my credit cards. And then I spent all of the money in my bank account besides $500, and I still didn't have enough money. So I had to go borrow money. All right. I had to go borrow money. And this is the reason why I brought up the people that were trying to get close to me, because I know how to buy these houses without getting any credit checks and going through the banks and getting mortgages and all that stuff. So they want to know how, man. They want to do it. They want houses. Who doesn't, right? So I go to them. I'm like, hey, man, I got this program for my coaching. People really like the GoGetter family. But I don't know how to get this into a process and out of my brain and into a repeatable process. So these people are going to teach me how to do that. This is how much it costs. So I need to borrow $5,000. I'll give you back 7,500 in 45 days. One of the people, two of them really, I called. One I called, and then the other I text. The one I called, he's like, "Oh yeah, let me check some things and I'll call you back." Man, I ain't heard from that dude since. And we were going golfing every week. Every week. This is why you got to watch the people, man, around you, because, man, it is crazy. So we were going golfing every week, and I have not heard from that dude since. Now, I can guarantee you this. He's kicking himself in the ass now. He's kicking himself in the ass now, because things have definitely changed. So then the other dude, I was texting him. He was texting when I told him what I needed. He didn't text me back. I ain't heard from him. I ain't heard from him. But if they call, I ain't answering the phone now. I know your true colors came out. But I went to two lifelong, man, friends, man. And man, I'm just so thankful, man. So that's why I tell you guys, like, if you guys have people that are close to you, that support you, uplift you, and are there for you, cherish that, nurture those relationships, man, because without my two friends, I wouldn't be here in front of you guys, giving you guys this game. I would not have helped so many people to buy houses around the country by becoming the bank and change their lives. If it wasn't for my two friends, man, if it wasn't for my two friends, they loaned me the money. They loaned me the money. And the rest is history, but there's some history in between. So I'm going to do a part 2 for this, but I want to answer some of your guys' questions because I got to get up out of here. But also, guys, let me add, I make money a few different ways now, right? I've got my investing. I'm a coach, right? A real estate coach, an online coach. So I have different streams of income, right? And a lot of times I make money while I'm sleeping. I'm not selling my time for money anymore. I'll get notifications to my phone, man. I'll be kicking it with my daughter. I'll be in bed at night, going through some notes or some business or watching Netflix, and I'll get a notification that I got paid. And I'm like, man, like imagine that. Wouldn't that be amazing? You know what I mean? Could you imagine yourself sitting in bed and you get $100 just out the boom, out the blue? You didn't put any time into that, in no time investment. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, just think about that, man. So that's the life I'm living right now. So if you guys don't mind, I'm about to give you guys an opportunity, and it won't cost you a thing. I don't want any money. You don't got to give me no money. Let's get that clear right now. All right. I'm going to give you guys some game. I'm going to put you on an opportunity. All right. Because selling your time is not where it's at anymore. So the second half of that story, when I do the part 2 to this, I'm going to talk about what I went through after I borrowed that money from my friends and used all the money I had and maxed my credit cards out. Man, it was a journey. I had to go through more adversity before I broke open, but the floodgates opened up. So many of you know, who are watching this right now or who may be watching this later, know that I'm an influencer on TikTok. I've got 269,000 followers on TikTok right now because I've had many videos go viral, millions and millions of views. So what I'm doing is this: we've got the GoGetter Family's affiliate program. All right, and that's part of our entrepreneurship academy. The affiliate program, for now, it is free, completely and utterly free. Okay. And you don't even have to invest any of your time. Man, what? You don't got to invest any time. No effort, hard work, dude. This is the easiest thing shaking right now. So actually what I'm doing for you guys is I'm setting up the GoGetter Family affiliate. So I have a course that is super successful. It's my Buying Free Foreclosures course. What I'm doing is there's a link in the description of this video where you can sign up to be an affiliate. You go in there, you put your name, you're going to put your email, you've got to have a PayPal, and then it'll say affiliate ID. The affiliate ID is whatever you want to call it, because it'll come out as, if you call it 123 affiliate, it'll be 123 affiliate / buying free foreclosures, GoGetterFamily.com. You will be an affiliate where you get a personalized link and you get 50% of any course that sells. All right, and you get that immediately. Now, this is the thing. In order to sell that course, all you need to do is take videos from my TikTok and repost them. You post them either on your TikTok or a TikTok that you've created. And once you get to 1,000 followers from posting those videos that have already gotten millions and millions and hundreds of thousands of views, you get to 1,000 followers, you can post that link in your profile. When somebody buys a course from that link, and you can name that TikTok whatever you want, right? That TikTok profile, you can name it whatever you want, and just post all of my videos. You put that link in there. Whenever somebody purchases that using that link, you get 50% of that. That course is $97 that they will purchase. That link, it doesn't cost you a thing. All you got to do is repost my videos from my TikTok page. You can go get them on my TikTok profile, the GoGetter Family. Repost it, put your personalized link. As soon as somebody buys that course, boom, you got like $48.50 coming, because it's a $97 course. Let me see. I didn't even did the math for y'all. 97 divided by 2 equals. You get $48.50 for every course that sells, and all you got to do is repost my videos with your link. That is in the description of this video. You can sign up for that, and you can sign up for free. It is free, guys. So there's no money that you have to invest. Is that not crazy? And then you don't even got to go make videos. You don't have to be in front of the camera. You don't have to talk. You don't even have to show your face. You just repost my videos. Repost my videos. That's it. And I would recommend that you do it on TikTok, but you could take that link and you can do it wherever. Now, as time goes on, I'm going to be having some free webinars on how you can do that at even higher levels. All right. Even higher levels. Now, this was the thing. Don't make the same mistake that I almost made. This doesn't even cost you anything. Now, if you want to get better and better at it, you're gonna have to invest some time and a little bit of money. But to get that link and to put it out there and to use my videos doesn't cost you a thing. But you have to get over your fears. Or if people discourage you, I almost was discouraged out of learning how to get these systems together and get this knowledge that I'm now passing on to you. I was almost discouraged out of that. And had I been, I wouldn't have just got back from Mexico with my family. Had I been, I wouldn't have just got a $40,000 check on Thursday. Had I been, I wouldn't have just got another house on Friday by becoming the bank that's worth $241,000. 241,000. So guys, that link is in the description. All right, that link is in the description. All you got to do is sign up. You put your name, your email. You got to have a PayPal or a Stripe account, and then where it says affiliate ID, you just put whatever you want your affiliate ID to be. You make that up. You do not need an affiliate ID. You are creating one right there. All right. I will have more information on that for you later too, and some training. So Tamara and Larry from Florida, what's good? Expander, San Antonio, Texas. Thanks for dropping in. That's where my fiance is from, man. That's her hometown. So she's a Latina. My daughter's half Latina. I love it, man. I love it. I just love people, man. So 4 months ago, after watching a TikTok video of yours, I went out and wholesale over 12 properties. Get the and just did our first creative financing deal and made $50,000 off that deal. What? Tamara, first off, congratulations. Holy shit. I didn't even see that. Oh my God. I've got freaking goosebumps right now. Wow. Oh my God. That is so amazing. I'm so happy right now. Oh my God. I'm so happy. Tamara, first off, you're awesome. You are amazing. Oh my goodness. Where are you from, Tamara? And you know what, Tamara? That's crazy because that was just a little while after my TikTok started to blow up. Oh my God, you are the epitome of a go-getter. Oh my goodness. So, Tamara, you have got to reach out to me. You got to reach out to me. I'm gonna put my assistant's email in here because I don't want to be bombarded with emails. I'm gonna put my assistant's email in here and I'm gonna tell her who you were so that we can get you on to do an interview, Tamara. Oh, you're Tamara and Larry from Florida. Tamara, damn it, what's up? Hey, I want to hear about that creative deal. We got to get you on the show. If you're still on, Tamara, you can put your email in the comments, and then I can just reach out to you. But I'm taking notes right now. That's amazing, man. Wow. I had no idea. I knew putting this information and this knowledge out was going to help people and change people's lives. But I didn't know, like this 4 months, you've done 12 deals, 12 wholesale transactions, which you're getting assignments on those. Those are great. Like you're making money. And then you're about to do a creative financing deal. Creative financing is the most powerful real estate strategy that we can possess. And it's all about problem solving. Tamara, salute. Oh my goodness. I'm so hype about that. Wow. Diana says congratulations. Oh my goodness. Um JPNM81 says, how old are you now, sir? I am 41, my man. 41 years old. 41 years young. I just make it look like this, homie. I'm an old head. I'm an old head. I just make it look like this. Thanks for asking though. How old did you think I was? That's the question. Let me see if I'm saying this right. How ho are you currently living in Sioux City, Iowa? Yes, I am. But I will be moving out of Sioux City, Iowa very, very soon, either to Las Vegas or to Colorado. I'll be getting a house, in one of those places we're marketing there. I'm going to be using creative financing or subject to get the house that me and my family are going to live in. So, Carolyn Droulette, Carolyn, what's up? Carolyn says, very true. Carolyn is my mobile notary. And I just used her this week twice. Thursday. Wait, did I use it? No, I used her Friday and Saturday. Friday, Carolyn came over to the house and notarized some documents on another house that I just got. And then she came to my other house on Saturday when I paid the seller $5,000 after the house was fixed up and sold. And she came over and notarized some documents then. Carolyn, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Carolyn was like, yeah, her husband used to cut my hair when I was young. She was like, yeah, I was telling my husband that, he's really out here doing this. He is really out here doing this. So Carolyn, thanks for tuning in. That's awesome. That is awesome. Letitia, I just bought your package. Letitia, that's what's up. That's what's up. My advice, depending on what package you bought, well, it doesn't matter. They're all great information, but my advice is hone in. Whatever video, watch that video 3, 4, 5, 6 times, because you will find something new every time you watch it. You have to live and breathe this stuff. If you do, you will absolutely 110% change every aspect of your life, every aspect. And you can do that with real estate. I will be helping online coaches soon. I'm going to be helping online coaches soon. That's why I set up this affiliate program, because I want people to be able to make money so that they can pay for my coaching if they want my one-on-one coaching. Because time, guys, remember time, we can't replenish time. So I only have so much of it. If I could answer all of you guys, if I could coach all of you guys individually, I would, but I just can't. So that's why I set up the affiliate program, so that you guys can make some money, and you don't even have to put any money in to make any money, or time, or really any effort. Now, if you want to do it at a higher level, you got to put in some effort and learn a few things. But as for starting out, just sign up for that link, repost my videos on a separate TikTok account, put that link in the profile, and you're off. And I'm going to tighten that course up. I'm about to look out for you guys, man. Trying to learn. I'm going to be doing some real estate investing using creative finance. I'll be doing some more of those YouTubes too. So tonight was all about this side hustle and not losing money. All right, not losing money and putting yourself in a position to gain, to get rich. Briseda, I hope I said that right. Where are you from, Briseda? Oh, I remember you asked that question too. You're out in California, maybe, I think. Okay, so Briseda, listen to me, okay, real quick, and listen very carefully. I have to say certain things for legal purposes. All right. So I have to tell you to any contracts of mine that you buy, to have them looked over by a licensed professional in your state. All right. But I will say this. I've had students, have those contracts looked over by a lawyer, and they're magnificent. All right, because it sometimes it's free, Reseda, depending on the lawyer you get, and then other times it is not free. All right, but I will say this too: you got the course. Don't let anything stop you from going out and doing this. All right, I'm going to say it like that. Do not let anything stop you from going out and doing this strategy. All right, so if you don't have the money to have a lawyer look over those contracts, don't let anything stop you from going out and doing this. There are so many people that do not reach their dreams and their goals because they're planning to plan. They spend too much time getting ready to get ready, and they don't take action. Briseda, I read your comments. I did. And from the description, I need you to get financial freedom. You need it. Your kid needs it. Your boyfriend. I remember your comment. You got this. You got this. But it may cost you some money, all right, to have a lawyer look it over. It may and it may not. Most of the times it will. Some of my inner circle students have actually reached out to lawyers to have them look it over. And a couple of them, the lawyers tried to charge them $5,000. And I said, no, that they're trying to fleece you. They're trying to rob you, literally. Like, don't do that for sure. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. Or isn't there a saying? There's for my one's madness. Oh, I don't know what that means, but everything does absolutely happen for a reason. It is happening for us, not to us, but we determine that. I heard a great man, Myron Golden, man. He's freaking awesome. I've been listening to him a lot lately, and he said, you know, again, about things happening for us and not to us. He said there's motivating factors and there's determining factors. And a lot of us have that switched around. We've got them mixed up. We feel like when something bad happens to us, that is a determining factor in our life. We are in the situation now because of some sort of circumstance. But that's not true. We have it switched around. Those bad things that happen, those are motivating factors. The way that we react to it, that's the determining factor, our reaction. And we can choose that every single time. Every time, guys, we have that choice. So we can choose if something is going to happen to us or for us. All right. Instant motivation. Fake Facebook user says that. I don't know why it's not bringing up the name. I just paid more. Yo, Mechanic Mario, I sent that to your I sent it to you in Messenger, but I'm gonna have my executive coach, Coach Nyla, reach out to you. I think I sent her a screenshot with your email, but you'll have it soon, brother. I got you. Mm-hmm. You do. Joe Nell, I hope I'm saying your name right. We do will it into existence, guys. What we think turns into things. It turns into our reality. Guys, I got a $40,000 down payment on that house just this past Thursday. I have been saying I was going to get a $40,000 down payment since I put that thing on the market, and somebody came with a $40,000 down payment, but that house didn't have the repairs done. It looked like crap, man, because it had squatters in it. And we've owned that house since November and just sold it this past Thursday. And I had it on the market for 8 days, and I got a $40,000 down payment. I have been speaking it into existence, speaking it into existence. Man, Carolyn again. Okay, she was still watching. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yes, Letitia, you can be there in 2 years. I'm there, man, less than 2 years. Less than 2 years. April of 2021 was when I got my first house by becoming the bank. And then I just took off from there. I've put in a lot of work. I've walked a lot of tightropes. I've bet on myself. When I do a part 2 to this video, I'm going to talk about the other part after I bought that program and learned how to get my knowledge into a system. It is a crazy story. Oh my goodness, crazy, crazy. But, you know, Alex, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But where you from, y'all? Facebook user. I wish I knew what that one was. Says, I'm about to make a TikTok right now. Absolutely. That's all you got to do. You can make a TikTok with 0 followers, repost my videos, man, but repost 3 of them a day. 3 of them a day. And you pick the ones with the most views that you're reposting initially. And that thing will get to 1,000 followers in no time. And you don't even have to do nothing. You just repost it. Just repost it. If you want to do it better, I'll give you some higher level tips. If you want to do it better and get to the 1,000 followers faster, you make sure you watch that video and you know that video. And in the caption, right, in the video description where you type out what it's about, right, and what to do. Not like exactly what to do, but what I mean is you type out what it's about and then to follow you for more tips. You always got to, I'm going to give you guys a tip now, but you got to put at the end of the video, if I don't already have it, the video that you post, just put like and follow for more tips, or comment the word go getter to learn more. And then in the comments, when they comment that word go getter, tell them you're going to DM them, and you have to follow them on TikTok. If they follow you, you follow them back, and you can DM them. Then all you do is you get in the DMs, get their email address, and you email them your affiliate link. You email them your affiliate link, and they buy that course, and you just made $48.50. Boom. And then when you get up to 1,000 followers, hey, you just put that link in your profile, and you're to the moon. To the moon. Very young looking. All right. You trying to get some points now? I see what you're doing. Nah, hey, now I'll make it look all right. Now I'll make it look okay. 41. She about to be 42. Joe Nell is in Minnesota. That's where one of my good colleagues is from. He lives in Las Vegas now, but I met him on Instagram. This is why I always talk about, man, internet and social media. Put yourself out there. Listen to me, guys, and then I'm going to leave after I say this. But listen to me. We have got to get comfortable doing things that make us uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you why. Because one, if you're at a job now working a 9 to 5, or you don't like where you're at in life and you want something different, that is already uncomfortable. It's already uncomfortable for you. So now the things that you have fear about, right? Because fear is made up anyway. But the things that you have fear about, the things that we want, are on the other side of that fear. So which uncomfortable are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the uncomfortable of the unknown and try something new? Or are you going to choose the uncomfortable of continually doing this thing that is not working for you, but it is uncomfortable because you want something different? But are you going to choose to continue to do that same thing, hoping for something different when we know that there's nothing different coming from it? Or are you going to get comfortable being uncomfortable and put yourself out there, try something new, bet on yourself, but put in the work, the commitment, the sacrifices, man, and have faith? That's all you need. That's what you need. And you need that game, man. I'm going to give you the game with the GoGetter family. But guys, if you want to sign up for that free affiliate link and become a GoGetter family affiliate, it's in the description. Name, your email, you need a PayPal account too. Simple to set up. And then it'll ask you for your affiliate ID, and you make up your affiliate ID. What do you want it to be? All right. That link is in the video description. Guys, I got to get up out of here. I really, man, hey, I love y'all, man. I do. I love y'all, man. Y'all are the true heroes. Tamara must have had to go. But Tamara, if you watch this video again, reach out to Cheryl at the GoGetterFamily.com. I'm gonna put her email in here. That is my VA's email, my virtual assistant. I'm going to tell her about Tamara Ramsey. Tamara, I'm going to tell her about you because I want to have you on my YouTube and my other social media platforms. I want to interview you. I want to talk to you about what you learned, about the knowledge that I put out there to get you 12 wholesale deals and a $50,000 creative financing deal. Oh my God, I'm just blown away off that. Oh my goodness, I'm blown away. Blown away. Alex from New Hampshire. All right. Hey, East Coast, East Coast. I like it, man. I like it. So, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. The lesson here, again, so that you don't lose millions, the chance to make millions, the chance to have financial freedom. And it's not always even about the money, the chance to have peace of mind and purpose. And I'll tell you guys what purpose is in life. Everybody's purpose is continually getting better. I'm going to repeat that. You will find your purpose in life if you are continually getting better with the understanding that things happen for us and not to us. Man, hey, and with that, now I done gave y'all the recipe there. With that, I'm going to get up out of here, all right? But you know what I like to say, y'all. Until next time. Oh, yeah, hey, I got to do the YouTube-y stuff. If you are new to this channel, you feel like I gave you some value, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And all of you guys that are watching, don't forget to hit that like button, all right? So, hey, till next time, let's get to it, y'all.
I'm a go